Another Yellow Hat Guy here, back with another video. And today we are going to talk Jirard the Completionist. I didn't want to make this video for a while now, but it's Sympathy for, and let's just say what we thought were normal boots appear to be abnormal boots. Bad jokes aside, what are normal boots? Well, those are the four OGs on YouTube gaming. Well, maybe they weren't the originals, but you know what I mean. They were, pioneers in that regard. You had Peanut Butter Gamer, who co-founded it with Jirard the Completionist. Like, them together started it, I want to say. Or maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it was JonTron and Jirard. Either way, you had JonTron, you had Jirard the Completionist, you had Peanut Butter Gamer, and you had Pro Jirard. Pro Jirard later replaced, and then they got some other people in there, some other affiliates. But it seemed like a cool place to go to get content of people who, were really passionate about video games. And it filled a void at the time where you had, companies like Screw Attack kind of on the decline or just kind of went away or got bought out or whatever. Normal Boots was an alternative, and they often collaborated with Game Grumps and some of these other channels because, well, JonTron was on Game Grumps at the time. So JonTron left saying some crazy things, and it looked like Jirard was pushing forward in that branding. And what he does, what he does as the completionist is complete games. Now, he's had his own controversy where him and his best bud, they bears. They would, some of you are like, what the heck is he doing bears for? Google Greg on Completionist and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But that said, more money, more problems. His buddy was like, hey, I'm not getting the funds like I should be entitled to, and I helped make these videos. And Jirard was like, all you did was say bears. You didn't really add anything. So they had a falling out, and Jirard pledged to redo all of his videos and yada yada. Years later, he's been pledging to donate money. He had a family member's mom pass away from some form of dementia, okay? So he was very passionate about that, like any normal person would. Hey, I want to do something to honor this person's legacy. And he was donating to charity. He would play these games as the completionist. He would complete these games. A lot of times he would complete them in a very quick rate. A game might drop and it's 40 hours. Guess what Jirard's doing all day? He's finishing that so that he can make a video, have it uploaded, and before the game's even out in some cases, here it is, here's everything you need to know. And if you're an actual person who buys games to play them yourself, his content may not be for you. Because he's, if you're spoiler mindful, you're like, well, I don't want to watch this. Maybe I'll watch it after I finish it 2 weeks from now. But, maybe you're a younger generation person and you've got, time to watch all these videos, but maybe not the resources to buy them. Maybe you value his opinion. I used to watch his content back in the day. I donated to his charity. I met him in person. I almost let him keep my Mega Man hat at MagFest in 2014. But thank God I didn't do that, because what I'm about to tell you now might change your opinion of this guy. Nice guy, very well spoken, very energetic, very passionate. But when you tell people you're going to donate money, you got to donate it. There's just no way around it, all right? Now, you can say, but Leonard, I donated, but I don't expect him to have it there instantly. Give him some time. Yes, give him some time. It could take, some months, maybe a year. 10 years, though. 10 years before this money, it was just sitting in an account, okay? So you got these other two YouTubers, Carl Jobs and Some Ordinary Gamers. They looked into this. Why they looked into them, I don't know. Maybe it's, the fact that you get a target on your back when you're saying charity, 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 and then you start putting out videos like, I bought every 3DS game and Wii U game, and it was $22,000, and yet you still get money to donate, yet you're, it looks a little suspect to some people. So Completionist, I don't know how many subscribers he's had now. I'm sure he's bleeding subscribers at this point, but he had like maybe 1 million plus, and now whatever the fallout from that's going to be. it's going to be what it is. So you compare that to, I hate to bring Pro Jirard into it. Pro Jirard had, this, allegedly this sex scandal where he was grooming people and all this other stuff, right? He lost subscribers, but, he didn't steal from anybody, right? And he didn't face any jail time because he later proved with his receipts, as the kids call it these days, that, hey, this person lied on me, and yes, my wife and I, his ex-wife now, they had this arrangement of, an open marriage and all this other stuff. So while we might judge and say that's bizarre, it's really their business. So as a public opinion, it doesn't change anything. There was nothing illegal going on, considering that the person who claimed to be underage was not. So we could just look at Pro Jirard as a weirdo, but, he goes back to his regular everyday programming if you can look past the craziness that was his life at the time. Completionist, on the other hand, this looks very illegal. It's as if, I said, hey, thank you guys for donating your Patreon money. I'm going to give it all to charity, right? Let's imagine I said that. And then I don't actually do it, but instead I use the money for other things. Then you'd look at me and be like, other yellow hat guy, you embezzled the money. Because that's what embezzlement is. So if you watch, and I've watched a lot of these videos exposing Pro Jirard, or not just Pro Jirard, but exposing Jirard the Completionist, and it looks like he doesn't understand that that's what embezzling is. If you say one thing, even if you don't do anything with the money, you're embezzling the money. You are misleading people into what you're doing. You told us that this is where the money's going and that it's there, and then 10 years later that money's not there at all. So I don't know what the purpose of it was. It screams that you were just saving up a fat account to maybe invest in or to buy something, and maybe later on you were going to slowly siphon money from your own back into this fund, assuming that nobody's going to ever check on it. That's happened before, not just on a YouTube level, but businesses do that a lot. I've been around, apartment complexes where the person at the front office got busted and lost their license and got in trouble and all kinds of stuff because they were embezzling money. They were taking rent money, paying their bills, and then when they would get paid, slowly pay back the money that was owed. It's not legal. It's not legal. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, no, that's never cool. People think they can get away with it, and the completionist, he can say, well, everything I did was by the books, it was legal, I needed time, I didn't know, but 10 years? And here's what made it more, bad on his part. He put out a response video, and in his response video, he came off very brash and very aggressive. And it's like, no, you were in the wrong, even if you're like, you didn't know where the money was going because you told us where it was going. So you lied, and it's pushed further that it is a lie because recordings came out of you having conversations with Carl and Muta from Some Ordinary Gamers. Sorry if I said y'all's names wrong. In these recordings, and I'm not going to share them here, you guys can look for them yourself. Pretty much Jirard is saying, hey, I know you guys are exposing me, yada yada. I don't know what you guys want me to do. I wasn't aware. I'm going to put the money where it's going to be. But, this could, damage my family and my mom's legacy. So he's trying to manipulate them by saying, hey, it's bigger than me if you put this video out. And it's like, and? What about all the people that were deceived? Y'all are more important than us? That's what you're saying, Jirard. So you look extra bad in all of this. And so now it doesn't matter what you say anymore. You've not only deceived people, and you probably could have stopped the bleeding if you would have just owned up to it and said, hey, look, I didn't know that the money wasn't being used where it's supposed to. I'm going to take care of that now. I'm sorry. But his apology was more like, I'm sorry I didn't know, and I'm sorry if you feel this way, versus this is what happened. Just say, yeah, we didn't put the money in. We told you that's where it was going, and that wasn't truthful, and I'm sorry. And I don't think too many people would have really cared. But now you look extra weak because you went on the defensive and you're talking about suing these guys for just telling the facts. Telling your fans the facts. Telling your friends the facts. And it was hard to make this video because I myself had aspirations of joining Normal Boobs. You know, a lot of us, we sit around and you say, hey, this person is, you know, a YouTuber group or personality that I would love to make content like them and to befriend them. Mr. Beast, holler at your boy. And you're like, hey, I met this person. This is a nice person. This can't be real. But you have to separate yourself and your relationship with these individuals from reality, right? The reality is that Justin Carmichael was doing some stuff he shouldn't have been doing. So although I have this other Yellow Hat Guy channel kind of as an homage, you know, he did what he did, and I have to just go forward and accept that. All right? Look him up if you want to know further, or look on my channel and see videos where I'm talking about that situation. But Completionist, it's unfortunately going to be similar. I'm not saying that he should end up doing the same thing that Justin did. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's probably time for him to pack it up. He may not do that, but there's no trust in Jirard anymore. I don't care how many games you complete. You deceived people, and you did it proudly. That's the worst part about it. You were arrogant enough to be like, and? I'm the completionist. You know, no, F you. I'm done. I just... Update. The company that makes Sea of Stars, the indie game of the year, right? RPG, kind of, you know, Chrono Trigger vibes. They also made the game The Messenger. They had a character, an NPC called Jirard the Constructionist. They patched him out of the game because even they know at this point, like, hey, you're bad for business. What you did, right or wrong, just the air of controversy from you is enough to say, we got to take you out of the game, man. We got to take you out of the game. Just like JonTron was a voice in Ukulele, the sequel or whatever, they had to move him out. Same thing happened to Jirard. And, you know, you make your own choices, but at the end of the day, your accountability speaks more. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. Don't get me wrong. You know, tomorrow one of my skeletons could come out the closet. But what I'm not going to do is when somebody says something, sit up here and be like, oh, but you're accusing me of something that's not true. No, hey, it is true. It's what happened. I'm sorry. You can forgive me or you can't. But I'm not going to sit up here and tell you, oh, these guys who actually recorded me, maybe they didn't know maybe he didn't know he was getting recorded, but the damage is done. It's like, I can't look past that. Your reputation is not salvageable based off that. I mean, honestly, the $20 or whatever I gave you, I'm not missing that. Maybe at the time I was, because that could have been my last $20. But today I'm not. But what's hurtful is you had people that believed in you and you let them down in this response. I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have responded at all, and maybe they would have never leaked that audio. But the fact that you dare to talk about suing them for exposing you, what were you thinking? I don't think you were thinking at all. So I'm going to end this video here. What would I rate this controversy for Jirard? Complete it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. Hey, how are you? I'm Captain Sensation. I'm on Twitch and YouTube. Enjoy my creations. Movie reviews, let's plays, they're amazing. Stay tuned for more. I'm Captain Sensation. Sympathy for Pokemon and Atari. Wait, here's more funny Mario Party. Games that are chores and some that are gnarly. Fun with Gen X, Virgin Rose, and Kari. Woo! There we go, y'all. Been waiting to do that for a little bit. But hey, see y'all in the next one.